Hi everyone, I hope everyone are safe. So let's get back to the scenario. We have to establish VNet peering to among the VNets which are there. So if you see the architecture, we have configured the point to site for the VNet West US, but we have to connect the VNet West US to VNet Central India, and similarly VNet to connect VNet West US to VNet West Europe. Now let's go and do that. For that we have to get into the virtual networks and let's select Vnet West US. For that, we're gonna go to peering, and as this Vnet is another region and this Vnet is another region, we can do peering through global Vnet peering. So that is option is available when you go to the virtual network and go into the peering section. You can click on add. So it's a to and fro communication. The peering would be actually a to and fro. So you need to establish a link to from Vnet West US to Vnet Central India, and similarly from Vnet Central India to Vnet West US. Now that's how you do that. The same thing applies even for West Europe. So if you see in the peering link, it's asking to name this link, and similarly it is asking to name this link. Now let's name it as Vnet West US to Vnet Central India peering link. Now, same thing, we have to name the other one. So we'll name that as Vnet Central India to Vnet West US peering link. And as it is a virtual network, we're going to select that, and that is Vnet Central India. So we are configuring from Vnet West US to Vnet Central India. I'm going to allow this. So this is a global Vnet peering. Now similarly, we'll go into Vnet West US and we'll establish a peering link for West Europe. Now how do we do that? We'll name this Vnet West US to West Europe peering link. Now similarly, this one we name it as Vnet West Europe to Vnet West US peering link. And let's select the virtual network, and that is Vnet West Europe. Let me click on add. So both the peering links have been established. Now if I go to network sharing center, I go into this Vnet West US and let me connect to it. I'm connected to Vnet West US, and let me go and see my virtual machines are running. The management VM is running. Now for that, I'll go and PowerShell sh trainer, the management VM, private IP addresses. So there we go. We are into this management VM. Now, if you remember what am I trying to do here, I connected from my machine to management VM without even having a private public IP. Now from here, let me connect to the database which we have created, and that we have named it as DB01, and we have configured a NAT rule for that load balancer. Now if you remember, let's go to the load balancer once and confirm that. So I configured a NAT rule saying that if anything comes to 55,000 port to this front end IP, that has to be routed to 22 port. Now let me do that. I'll go here SSH trainer, and I'm giving the private IP, and I'm mentioning the port. It is 55,000. And I'm connected to it. So what does this prove? So I'm into the DB01. What does this prove? This proves that this point to site connection is successfully is established, so that I was able to connect to management 01, and from management 01 I was able to connect to DB01 because the VNet peering is successful. If at all the VNet peering wouldn't have been done, then there is no chance that the management with 01 would have connected to this load balancer private IP, as this is a private one. This is not a public load balancer, this is the internal load balancer. It was able to connect to this load balancer just because it was the VNet peering has been established. And then we are able to route to this. So we achieved this feat. The next thing which we would be doing is we'll be provisioning the virtual machines and configuring the network security groups for ensuring that we can run Web01 and Web02 VMs. This in the next video. Thank you.